So the Modern Warfare 2 beta has come and gone, and time to talk about it. Hey, it's me. Just gonna give a quick review of the Modern Warfare 2 beta. I made a pretty lengthy post on my community tab, just giving some of my general feedback on the game. I definitely want to go a little more in depth with it. I'm a little mixed on Modern Warfare 2, to be honest. There's just a couple things about the game that just leaves me scratching my head as to what's going on behind the decision process. That's not to say that it's all bad, because there's a couple things that I do like about the game. I'll get through those real quick first because I can just list those off. I think they drastically improved the map design. All of the maps were really solid. They weren't these incredibly boring, straightforward maps, but they did follow that 3-lane design, and they were just really unique. They flowed naturally, and overall, in terms of just pure design, the maps were just a lot better. They had a little more color to them, which is not really a thing that Infinity Ward does. Usually they have kind of washed out colors. It's a nice change from what I am used to from Infinity Ward games. I really like how expansive the gunsmith is. I like the idea behind receivers. It makes weapon leveling seem a lot easier. The universal attachment system is a really nice change. It makes weapon leveling seem a lot less egregious, and I'm stoked to see how it acts in the full game, considering a lot of the weapons in the beta you weren't able to rank up at all, which I thought was kind of strange, but that's whatever. The fact that you can toggle between kill streaks and score streaks is an awesome feature. Absolutely love that. Modern Warfare 2019 had this really weird idea where they made score streaks a second tier perk with the point man perk, but I never used the point man perk. I had to give up ghosts, restock, overkill. It just wasn't worth getting score streak over those really powerful perks. And kill streaks were obviously good in deathmatch modes like TDM, free-for-all, kill confirmed. However, if you went over into like domination, hardpoint, kill streaks didn't really benefit you whatsoever. While score streaks are great for objective modes, I feel like they were never scaled correctly for deathmatch modes. Now I can just toggle them. It's a great system, and I absolutely love that change. The audio fidelity is fantastic. Clearly tell where someone is coming from. You know, obviously there are problems with the audio itself. Once again, same deal with Modern Warfare 2019. The gunplay is phenomenal. The game looks incredible. The attention to detail with the animations is a nice treat to have on top of the gameplay. There's a lot to like about Modern Warfare 2. I definitely see myself making a lot of content on this game when the full game releases. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. My biggest issue with the game so far, the lack of awareness that Infinity Ward seems to have at the moment. What this game really does is just, it seems like Infinity Ward didn't really learn a lot from their mistakes. Modern Warfare 2 still shares a lot of the same issues that Modern Warfare 2019 had. The footsteps are way too loud. The radar still doesn't show red dots on the map. Dead silence is still not a perk. It doesn't make sense to me to say that we took your feedback and then not apply changes to the biggest complaints about the previous game. And to make it even worse is they nerfed overall movement and the dead silence field upgrade. Modern Warfare 2019 had a shit ton of issues, but I felt like it made up for it with the overall movement in Modern Warfare 2019. Say what you want about slide canceling or whatever, but I absolutely loved the outplay capability of the slide cancel. Sliding around corners, breaking cameras. I know that shit is probably annoying to play against constantly, but I love doing that. The plays that you could do, especially in modes like Ground War and Hardpoint, Warzone, it was very satisfying to me. And I'm not saying that slide canceling is this impossible thing to learn. It's 2 buttons, but using it in the right situation was the skill gap between a below average to average player to a good to really good player. There was a clear difference on which players were using the movement correctly. And I feel so nerfed in this game because they got rid of the slide cancel entirely, which I understand. There was a lot of complaints. It was an exploit. Not only did they do that, they still kept a lot of the slow gameplay mechanics that plagued Modern Warfare 2019. So now there isn't really any capability for me to do outplays like I could in Modern Warfare 2019. Now the only thing that you can do, jump around corners, plausible movement tactic, at least at the moment, is the jump shot, the bunny hops. They say that they want to make this game for all 3 play styles. However, me as an aggressive player, I don't feel like the game really allows me to play like that. The nerfs to Dead Silence are just ridiculous. Now, if you guys don't know, they nerfed Dead Silence hard in this game. Not only does it have like a 2 to 3 second animation for you just to activate it, it no longer gives you a significant speed boost like it does in Modern Warfare 2019, but now it makes a really loud sound when you activate it. So if you're nearby other players, they're gonna know that you popped Dead Silence. I don't see why a field upgrade entirely dedicated to stealth just gives you away like that. It doesn't make any sense to me. The easiest fix that they can do is add a ninja perk and a Dead Silence field upgrade. The ninja perk makes footsteps way more silent, but not completely silent. And then Dead Silence gives you full silence at all times. Give players the option to either be quieter all the time or completely silent periodically. They need to make drastic changes to these issues. It's just gonna be the same thing. I could get used to the radar. I played Modern Warfare 2019 for almost 3 years, but the trade-off should come at the fact that while I don't see the red dots on the screen, neither do all the other players. You would think that not having red dots on the radar would incentivize players to move around and shoot more, but it doesn't. All the other Sentinel-friendly aspects of the game are still in place, so people just hide around because they have less information on where players are. And some matches just turn into slogfests. Like, I've never seen so many domination matches where every single player had less than 20 kills. It blows my mind that they allowed this design to happen again. Also, while I don't hate the way the perk package system works, I just find it unnecessary as a change. Why can't I just choose the perks that I want and have them for the game? Why do I have to wait a minute to get my other 2 perks? Here's my fix for this. You give players 2 options. You either choose your traditional first, second, and third perk, or you can choose 2 first perks and 1 perk from the second or third tier. That change alone would improve the class customization dramatically. Or I like the idea behind, we have the traditional perk system, however, there's charge times for the pro perks. I saw that floating around somewhere and I thought that was a good idea too. One of those two, but the system they have in place right now is just unnecessary. It doesn't make any sense. It's also really unfortunate that this game reuses the same squad spawn system that Modern Warfare 2019 had. This spawn system just ruins any sort of flow that these maps are intended to have. Players just spawn all over the place constantly. They flip and flop, and it just creates this chaos within the map. They really need to go back to a more traditional spawn system. That would fix the gameplay a lot. One of the big glaring issues I have with this game right now is the visibility overall. The graphical fidelity is not the problem here. It's when you actually get into a gunfight. There is so much visual recoil and muzzle flash that half the time when I start shooting at someone, I can't fucking see him. I'm shooting blindly. And to make it even worse, for whatever reason, there is no enemy name tags. Ever since the dawn of time, Call of Duty has had player name tags to show the enemy that you're shooting at. I don't know why in this game, after all these years, they just decided, yeah, let's not do that. Personally, I don't have the best eyesight. I won't lie. I should probably just get glasses or whatever. But half the time, I can't fucking see where the enemies are. And it just makes gunfights feel random and frustrating. I know people are going to mention about the TTK. Honestly, I don't mind fast TTK. I know a longer time to kill is definitely more skill focused, but I just want to have fun with the game. Honestly, there's nothing more satisfying than melting through 6 enemies with a 30-round mag. I know it's not really meant for skill, but I'm in here for the fun of the game. So I really don't care about that. It's just the headshot multiplier that annoys me about the time to kill. I feel like if they just reduce the headshot multiplier just a little bit, there'll be a lot less of instantaneous death. Also, the last thing is that the UI is just awful. It's so confusing to navigate. I found myself getting so lost in the menus and taking forever to invite friends, find matches. It's not designed for a video game. It's like a streaming service the way it is, like scrolling through. Modern Warfare 2019 had a great UI. That was already fine. I don't know why they had to go above and beyond with this UI. They just need to keep it simple. Like, we're not looking for a TV show to watch. We're playing a video game. Like, don't make this shit too complicated. All in all, the game is solid. It has a good base. It has a lot of potential, but they need to make some drastic changes to the core gameplay in order to take advantage of that potential. And I want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think of the Modern Warfare 2 beta? What did you like? What did you dislike? I would love to read through some of your feedback. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. And if you like this content, want to see more of it, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate that, but you don't have to. All right, that's it, guys. Love y'all. Peace.